Jihad, Eric, just the turnovers late. Kind of what happened there? Was it faults on your guys' part? Was it something Texas was doing? Were you I don't know, trying to make something that wasn't there? Just kind of explain the situation on your end and why the offense faltered in that stretch.
I think it was just lack of concentration. I mean, we've proven that we can pass and catch, but I mean, just not concentrating, just like stuff like that.
Eric, you obviously had a look to tie, I think, with about 30 seconds to go. Just take us through that play. Basically, obviously attack right away when you got the ball. What did you see there? What just kind of what all did you?
I saw an open lane, change speeds, and then kind of just close down real fast. And I was hoping if I put it up there, Matt or Aaron would come get it.
Sasha, your first game, how did you feel physically and making your first 4 3-point attempts? What kind of groove were you in early on in the game?
Yeah, I just tried to come in and just try to give some energy off the bench. My body felt pretty good. I felt good within warm-ups. I felt good in practice yesterday. So from a physical standpoint, I felt fine. But just coming in, trying to give energy in off the bench.
For Eric, there were some in the first half that were late, but also a few there in the second half where you guys had it to 4, had it to 5, just needed a couple good possessions, maybe build on it. They got in transition a few times. They got a couple of turnovers off you. Just what perhaps wasn't working when you guys had it to 5 or 6 and had an opportunity there to push it out a little bit?
I mean, like I said before, kind of just like concentration. I think we got kind of excited once we knew we could get up on a team like that. But it's just same thing, just not concentrating and executing down the stretch.
Yeah, question for Eric or Jihad. Matt Coleman, anything you guys felt like you could have done a little differently on him? It seemed like you got to a groove early on and carried it through the game defensively.
We were just going with what was part of the scout report, and I guess he just got loose early. He got into a groove, and of course it's hard to stop somebody when they're already in a groove.
Anything else? I guess just add, what makes him a tough cover? Basically, you obviously had that assignment for a little bit. I know Joe had him too. I've seen a couple of guys had it, but what makes him tough to stop?
He's just like a quick and fast guy. It's a good first step. You can't really take guys off the ball or go the other way.
Sasha, going back to Wednesday, kind of how did you feel? Did you just feel like it was precautionary? Maybe you needed to sit out, or I guess kind of go in depth with the injury, and then how it kind of healed quickly, and obviously you look great tonight there early on.
Yeah, it really wasn't precautionary Wednesday. I couldn't really walk Tuesday very well. I was in a boot. But then, I don't know, I just kind of did a lot of treatment with our trainer, Chad Young, and then kind of got better within the next few days, and I just felt like I was able to practice. If I was able to practice well, then I was going to give it a go. Today during shoot around, the same thing, just kind of felt with a different tape on my foot, just see how it went, and it went all right, so I was ready to go.
For any or all of you guys, basically, obviously it's been a while since you guys have lost here, and that can't be fun, but just the fact of playing a team like this early out of the gate, just how much do you think you guys can learn from this? How much does it kind of tell you where you are at this point?
It shows me the improvement. I think that just comes with us in practice. Sometimes we get complacent. We got pretty complacent in the game once we got over the hump a few times. We didn't seal the deal. We had possessions down the stretch where we could have finalized it. We were up 5 with about 2 minutes left or something like that. We were winning. We just didn't finish. It's just like execution. We learned about ourselves. We have to be more serious, obviously, because we don't want to lose at home, especially on our home court, and especially a game that we thought we should have won, being up, that much, 2 possessions down with only 2 minutes left. We go through this type of things in practice, and it's just something we just have to execute. But we learned about you live and learn. It's the second game of the season. We bounced back on Wednesday against Marquette, so we just got to prepare for the next one. sit here and dwell on this one.
Jihad, let's go to Texas size. And were you surprised, or was the team surprised at how quick they released the ball? Because it was pretty darn quick for the second game of the season. Did that surprise you guys at all with how fast they were on the release?
No.
You mean shooting? Like, the shot ball?
Yeah.
No. That's something that we looked at in the scout. We knew that they had quick releases. We knew we had to be there on the catch. But at the same time, we knew we had to help because Matt was pretty good in ball screens and stuff like that. So it's just kind of, you gotta give one of them up, and you know they weren't hitting threes early, and they made some big ones down the stretch. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't think our team was surprised by it.
Jihad, one more question to you. How do you feel like you've acclimated into the Big Ten?
I feel pretty good. I mean, this is where I felt I should have been from the beginning of my career. So I mean, nothing's changed for me.
Just for whoever wants to answer, did they do anything to make it hard to get the post established, especially early in the game?
I mean, I guess they did. They just kind of do what we do as far as just trying to pressure the ball and make catches for us hard and make us be further out in order not to make those passes in the post.
Anything else? Dustin, last one.
Sasha, real quick, I guess when you hit 4 threes out of the gate, how much does defense change? I guess you sort of notice that nobody's leaving you anymore. How much of a difference could you tell after you hit a couple?
Yeah, I mean, most people scout me as, you know, I can shoot the ball. So after that kind of stretch, I think they're just more like staying with me, which allowed Jihad and Eric to have like a real good driving lanes and everything like that. So that's kind of the major change that I noticed.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.